Hey guys, and today I'll be playing Isekai'd Into the Arms of Yandere Duke, and the title is pretty self-explanatory. Right, let's start. The first thing you see when you open your eyes is an unfamiliar ceiling. It was clean, if a little yellowed with time, unlike the aging plaster of your apartment ceiling, which would chip off just from the speed of the fan. Sheets beneath you were smooth like silk. Or maybe it was silk for all you know, because this definitely wasn't your bed. So that begs the question, where exactly am I? Oh, you finally awoken! With a start, you realized there was someone beside you this whole time. He was a young man, looking as proper as one can be, but in an old-fashioned kind of way, neat black hair that curled just a bit unruly, but looking perfectly in place, complete with an embellished three-piece suit, or brooch and all. His gaze, and never left yours once you caught it, was blood red, color just like his brooch, and left you feeling a little unsettled by the intensity that you were not accustomed to receiving. But it wasn't just intimidating, no, rather he looked excited over your awakening apparently. Taking him in, quite frankly, you thought that he was like some Count Dracula cosplayer, admittedly a handsome one. It fits with the fact that you seem to be in some kind of Baroque-style bedroom setting as well. Yet you seem strangely familiar, too familiar. Recognition clicked into place. Lucien? The man before you pauses, his chest stuttering as if he's breathless. He felt ridiculous really, and why wouldn't you? You just called out the name of your favorite character, a fictional character from your favorite otome game, Rosalind's Lie, a visual novel of the romance genre set in a medieval fantasy setting. Duke Lucien Lucy Lockhart? Isn't that from Fairy Tale? Okay, maybe it's not, I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't watched that in a long time. Is one of the love interests that the heroine, Rosalind, can pursue. A bit of a tragic character who was supposed to be just a regular noble son of a ducal family with an older sister, except that his sister passed away due to an illness while he was still in the womb. Not a very uncommon story, except his parents were so stricken with grief that they decided to treat him like their late daughter, Lucille, which is where he gets his nickname Lucy from. This went on until he got too old to maintain the illusion, and they practically abandoned him to the care of his tutors and the house management. So it wasn't the Dracula cosplay, but one of Lucien? You couldn't be blamed for the reaction, really, because the resemblance was just uncanny. But how come you've never seen this cosplayer before? You made sure to follow all Lucien-related content. Maybe this is their first time? No wait, you still have no idea what the hell you were doing in a place like this. That wasn't work or home. What is it? It feels like your brain is finally catching up to you before you could even realize. It's truly a different experience to have you call my name in person, and it is lovelier than I expected. The hell? Did we get Isekai'd into a game? Looks like the man finally managed to respond to you, but instead of laughing at you or calling you silly, he took it in stride, entirely as if he really was Lucien in the flesh. Did you sign up for some kind of live-action roleplay while you were drunk or something? This entire situation feels like some kind of fever dream. Panic settles in, you finally find your voice, firing off questions one after another. Who are you? Where am I? What's going on? Why am I even here in the first place? I don't remember any of this. Your breath quickens and you start to fail a bit. The man, Lucien, literally gets out of his seat and his hands... okay, since he's a yandere, hover right above your own, gently trying to minimize movement, touch a verse, holds yours gently, thumbing softly, rubbing circles into your palm. Yeah, that's it. You focus on that, on the way his hands seem to engulf your own in its size, the warmth that's being shared, and the pulse that's quickened ever so slightly. Was it his or yours? Finally look up at his face, and see the worry creasing his brows, filling his eyes as he looks between yours, just a little frantic. I know you must be feeling entirely confused at the moment, but you please must try and calm yourself. I'll try and explain the situation as best as I can, so please trust me. Wouldn't it be strange for you not to trust this man, a stranger who seems to have something to do with even the stranger situation you find yourself in? However, you can tell the concern he has for you is genuine. That look in his eyes is not something that can easily be faked. A certain vulnerability in his expression as he asks you to trust him. Why would a stranger go to this bar? His hands are still holding yours. Pull your hand out of his grasp. You ask him to let it go. I don't know. You ask him to let go. He quickly apologizes, looking almost regretful at the loss of contact. You exhale deeply, trying to gather up your resolve to get through this situation ASAP. Okay, let's just give him a nod so we can silently ask him to continue. Now that you settle down, Lucien takes his seat again. He looks nervous now, tugging at his cravat as he looks upwards, seemingly trying to find the right words. I did say I would explain, but it is truly a baffling circumstance. I'm not sure where to start. I'm not sure what exactly occurred for him to react like this, but you really need to get up to speed here. Just tell me what happened. How did I get here? And where is here exactly? Ah yes, you're presently in Selvia, my duke in the kingdom of Polinagatum in Historia? That's a lot of words. You appeared here all of a sudden through a summoning circle, right in my garden. I happened to be taking a stroll at the time, and you, quite literally, fell out of the sky. It was a good thing I happened to be there to catch you just then. You could feel your face scrunch up in confusion, and Lucien turned sheepish as he explained. There was so much to unpack here that you could feel the onset of a migraine. Salvia polygatunum? These are actually names of flowers, but in the world of Historia, duchies, kingdoms, and the like are themed after flowers. Prior to setting for Rosalind's life. So, fictional places. These are not supposed to be real. Is he really keeping up with the roleplay? Are you being punked right now? No, you decide to trust him. Although you might be regretting that decision at the moment because everything he said is simply impossible. Summoning circle, falling out of the sky, into the world of your favorite otome game. You said you're dreaming, but the softness of the mattress below you, the warmth you felt from the man, Lucien, felt too lucid to be anything but real. Have read enough fiction to recognize the tropes. This is the classic setting of an Isekai'd. Are you trying to tell me I've been Isekai'd? Oh, Isekai'd? You have a word for this occurrence? Is this something that actually happens where you're from? Well, you usually get hit by like a truck or a car or something. You give a long sigh, you play a noun for now. Only in fiction, Lucien's expression falls as he lets out an O. For some reason, you felt almost guilty for disappointing him, even though it was out of your control. Almost as if he read your thoughts, he perked up before he resumed talking. Although we don't know how this could have happened, it couldn't be anything less than fate that we were brought together like this. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time now. It feels as though time stilled. He's been waiting to meet you. He knows you. Of course you know him because he's your favorite character from your favorite game, but you thought that knowledge was a one-way street. But how could he know about you? It's not a regular occurrence even in an isekai. You quickly looked at your hands. They seem familiar. You feel your face. It feels familiar too, but you need to make sure. You quickly look around for a mirror. Conveniently find the mirror stand right on the bedside table. You quickly take it and have a look. Amishi, it's you. You're still you, not the heroine or anything else. You look at Lucien again and find him already looking at you. You know me? Of course, you are... Oh. What name should I put? Should I put Ashley? I'm gonna put Ashley. I am Ashley. Yes. Ashley, aren't you? What? Unless he was some kind of stalker. There's no way he's supposed to know that. This is one of those games where the heroine had a canon name that couldn't be changed. Her name was in the title after all. There was no chance for you to ever input your name, so how could he know that? You could feel your walls go up higher than before, and it seems he could sense it too. He practically jumps out of his seat to explain himself again. I'm not suspicious, really. Lucien's face flashes under your scrutinizing gaze. I know that sounded bad, but I mean it. I know it because you're the person who's been playing this game all this time. Yet another surprise. He knows he's in the game, he's self-aware. But then, is this really a game anymore? Everything feels too real. It is entirely off script. You're not sure which thread to follow anymore. How do you know that you're in a game? You can feel heat creep up your neck. If this truly is an elaborate prank, you're making a fool of yourself by just asking this, though you couldn't help but be compelled to. If this was an act, then they better give this man an award because he's definitely swayed you. It's not because he looks like your favorite character. Probably. At first I was as unaware as the rest of the world. I would simply go about doing whatever I was supposed to do. But at some point I could feel myself repeating things I've sworn that I had done before. Seems like no one else was aware of it, so I assumed I was overworked. But that sense of wrongness only increased as more time passed, especially worsened when I was involved with Rosalind. I suppose it is only a given that she was one of the main reasons for my realization. And it says that the direction of this world was somehow influenced by her actions, or rather your decisions that you made her choose. It didn't take long for me to realize there was someone else behind it, beyond all this. This wouldn't be around the time I heard your voice. I thought you might have been some kind of heavenly being, but there was some truth to what the church says. However, your words didn't exactly sound like divine revelations. At this point, you were trying very hard not to combust on that spot. If what you're hearing is right, you basically broke the poor man with your countless replays of this route. It seems to have some kind of endless loop to him. And judging by his shy expression right now, he's also heard you gushing about him endlessly with every loop. You can hear us too. You couldn't possibly remember what nonsense you might have spewed while you were alone. Internal screaming. Not embarrassing. Let's not say anything. Let's just stop thinking. You bury your face in your hands and as you groan. So I basically broke you. What? No, you didn't break me. If anything, you freed me. I only knew a tiny part of the world, and now it's as if the entire universe has opened up. Sounds like the awakening of a mad scientist. None of that really matters. I don't believe that ignorance is bliss. I'm a much happier man knowing you. You felt your breath leave you as you felt the weight of his words. You can tell he really means it. It is a lot to take in at once. You lie back down just for a moment, thinking. How did you get here again? Ashley, are you alright? Should I fetch you a doctor? It's okay. I'm okay. I just need a minute. Okay. You feel yourself drift off as you remembered how any of this could have happened. Oh, wait. That's it? Whoa, it's done. I thought it was going to be longer. Well, this is a demo, but like this is really short. Okay, so this is just a demo version of this. And he didn't display any crazy like things in the demo. The full game on the game's webpage just say that the like 18 plus stuff will be in the full game. So I'll just have to wait and see. This is a pretty interesting concept of like, I don't think I've ever heard of like, is there like an anime based on like going to a game and the characters being, I wish there is. I just don't watch Isekai'd that much because sometimes it annoys me to some extent. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye.